And what's your man's name in Baltimore? That's your husband. Google want me to tell you that is your husband. I was reading an Uno card. You could be James Scott, the plainest Scott. You would drop that. You would be Mrs. Scott, the first lady of Baltimore, Maryland. You better stop playing when you won't have time to be on the wine is the new tea. Baby, the wine is the new first lady of Baltimore, Maryland. That's the wine. And then you can give it to the governor. You know you could throw that thing on her. You could be the new Mrs. West. I'm just trying to help you. Man, please, I done broke the rest of this chair. Whew, Lord, y'all need to donate. Go on and get that thing to the governor and the mayor playing this jam. I'm trying to help you. Now, we're going to be in Vegas April 26th through the 28th. Can't wait. It's been sticky, child. Alpha Wiley is always, Alpha Wiley been always better. And that goes for any woman in the chat. You should not be broke if you say you look good and you got a yoni. Wait a minute. Before we get to Tasha K and her heading to prison, let me pay this message to you. I need every woman that is hearing me right now, stop what you're doing. Drop everything. Sit down. Turn up your radio. Stop doing your job. There should be no woman that say she look good and got a yoni and broke. Stop it. You got too many governors, too many politicians, there's too many millionaires for you cannot snatching one up. Stop it. Some of y'all look too good to be at somebody's Walmart, at somebody's cashier. Now, if you didn't already gave it to Pookie and Ray Ray, that means excuse me, that means your yoni is working. I'm going to say that message. Let me drink some of this hot liquid down my throat. Let me say that again. If you say you look good and got a yoni, if it worked, it can't be dry like Claudia's. How about shut up? I told Plainest Jane, and I actually love her. She looked too good to be sweating on YouTube. She need a good, rich man. Any man she got should be working so much that she ain't got to go on YouTube. She could do it for fun. I'm going to say this, and I know you women ain't going to like it, but I'm going to say names tonight. One thing I love about Candace, daytime, tea time, she didn't need to do YouTube. You know why? Because her husband was an engineer. She did that for fun. Her husband told her, baby, get off that internet. They talking about your teeth. They don't know you. I'm a man. You ain't got to do that YouTube stuff. I make close to $300,000 a year. Stop that. Drop that. Listen to your husband. And you know what she did? She submit under that authority. Say amen or say ouch. The reason why some of you women got to work hard, you ain't got no alpha male that have that authority that is making 300,000 plus. You got to work. If you don't, you're going to be homeless. Talk back to me in the chat. Candace, stop doing it. Because why? Because she had a husband with money. And her husband told her, drop that YouTube. I don't like it that it's making you depressed. So you drop it. As your husband, I have the authority over you. And you know what she did? She dropped it. And ain't been back since. Let's get to Tasha K. We live on YouTube. I got to get to it. And it's going to be hard tonight. I don't care if you don't like it. The reason why Tasha K is in wire fraud and bankruptcy fraud and everything else under a federal indictment coming heading to prison, criminal charges coming from the IRS and the FBI because she got a weak husband. And her husband ain't got no sense. Let me tell you why. I'm hard on weak men. And you women, shut up. The reason why Tasha K is in the hell that she in, because she had a beta husband. Let me break this down in a second. If her husband had any inkling of a common sense, a piece of a sense, he should have deleted the video. Now we're going to read and break down these court documents, but I got to come for that spirit of weak man. I don't blame Tasha. She is what he is. She's emotional and she thinks she know it all, but God supposedly gave her a good husband from Africa. And obviously she should have came out better being a dirty foot woman from Florida and being single. And because her husband didn't delete the video, now she's under federal investigation. Let me tell you why. Because they found the accountant that was running from Cardi B lawyers. And this woman was running, said, I didn't get served. They finally served her and told the people that Mr. Kibi Shagna got a secret LLC, a shell company that they started in 2022, way after the verdict came that Tasha was liable of $4 million, and the judge said, do not move your money, do not start other company for the money, and she did exactly that, and her husband did it too. Mr. and Mrs. Kibi, Mr. and Mrs. Stupid. How dumb could you be to violate the law? And you black and African, you think you're not going to be caught? They can smell the hyenas on your breath. How dumb could you be as a woman? You African think you gonna come over here and scam with that African scamming Nigerian husband? The FBI took out better people and arrest more smarter people. At least if you was going to scam, you would have been set up secret trust before you got the liable verdict. When the jury said you liable, you should have did that way before the judge said don't move your money. But you're not smart. First of all, anytime you walk out the house with your head all over your head, that ain't smart, and it's not ladylike. It's not a woman of wisdom. It's a woman of foolishness. Say amen. Or say ouch. Bankruptcy fraud is real. When you file bankruptcy and you sign your name and your signature on that document, say under perjury, everything I say is the truth. Not Tasha. Everything she wrote on that bankruptcy documentation was all lies. Everything her scamming Nigerian husband wrote on that piece of paper was all lies. They falsified their financial records. They didn't tell the bankruptcy court that we got a secret trust, multiple secret trusts, multiple shell companies, and a secret LLC that we started and that we changed, and YouTube is paying us, not Kibi. Give me a second, Instagram. Y'all head over to YouTube. You ain't getting this for free. Argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. A secret LLC. A secret LLC that they thought was not going to be picked up. The IBSM Technology LLC. The IBSM Technology LLC. Mr. and Mrs. Kibi. The IBSM Technology LLC. You started a new LLC That is illegal. How are you going to tell the bankruptcy court that you're not making no money when you started a new company called IBSM Technology LLC and funding millions of dollars in that LLC and putting it in trust? That is why Cardi B has gotten a dime, but the couple of $1,000s, because when she filed bankruptcy, they put a stay, and Tasha started a new LLC, and Google is paying the new LLC and not Kibi Studios because she dissolved that LLC. She's committing bankruptcy fraud. She's committing wire fraud. She's committing money laundering. She's committing mail fraud. And her accountant that set up the fraud is throwing Mr. and Mrs. Kibi under the bus. Now they finally found this accountant that was running. Not running for Jesus, but was running from Cardi B attorneys. Say amen or say ouch. When you violate the law, it's criminal. You cannot do bankruptcy fraud in America. That's a crime. You cannot do money laundering. That is a crime. You cannot do mail fraud. That is a crime. You cannot do wire fraud. That is a crime. You queen. Tasha K ain't gonna survive 1 day in prison. The depression is gonna eat her up because they not gonna be worried about the wine is the new tea. It's the prison is the new Big Bertha, and she gonna snatch that honey bun yoni on the first hour. And her husband, his voice is too light. He ain't gonna survive prison. He can't even survive the hard life of an alpha male of Wiley. You think he gonna survive the hard bed in prison? No. He ain't even got strong bass in his voice. By the time they see him coming, what is your name? My name is 47 Jordan. He gonna be snatched. Say man or say ouch. Wire fraud, bankruptcy fraud, money laundering, mail fraud. If your leader, your husband is the head, if he's incompetent, the entire house is incompetent. Somebody out of the family got to have some sense, and I'm talking about the adults. The husband was incompetent, and this woman, the hair all over her head, she was incompetent. And they didn't force their way into criminal behavior. I was talking to a producer. This was a civil matter. She could have took down the video. She could have paid the money. But when she thought she was smart by hiding LLCs in trust, and I said this verbatim, she's trying to do all of this money and skip town to Nigeria. Do you know if the Department of Justice, when they filed the charges, them Hutus and Tutsies gonna ship your behind back to America? They know that Africa gonna ship you back. Quick, fast, in a hurry. You think you gonna run back to Mali? America, one phone call, they're gonna ship you back. Tasha, this ain't about content. This is about your wicked and demonic and criminal character. You committed a crime over and over again. And you think just because you're on stage and doing comedy, you need to be talking to your lawyers or what deal you need to do, how much time you need. You need to negotiate it like Reverend Jesse Jackson's son did, the former congressman, when he tried to purchase President Obama. Oh, no, he didn't get arrested for that. That was the governor of Illinois, excuse me. When he stole campaign money and bought Michael Jackson gloves, and his wife was stealing too. So they negotiated a deal with the feds that I go to prison first. Reverend Jesse Jackson Jr. went first, and then she was able to watch the kids. Then once he completed his sentence, then the wife went and serve her time. You need to negotiate that deal for your children. I forgot. Your daughter on her way to college ain't going to be successful. Because if she got y'all genes, she ain't going to do nothing but scam. Because that's all she know. Just like BMF, Musty Meach. He starts scamming like his daddy. So we already know how that woman, how the daughter gonna be if she can't make it as the new Sealy. We got the Posse Peely, the new color purple Sealy, Tubi version. She gonna be out there scamming, and she gonna be in prison with her mama and her Nigerian scamming daddy. Say man. Or say ouch. The documents is a legal filing from the United States Bankruptcy Court for the Southern District of Florida, specifically related to a case involving Latasha Transrena Kebe, also known as Tasha K. The document details a motion filed by Beckley's Malise Mamazar and that's aka Cardi B, to compel Shekna Kebe and IBSM Technology LLC to comply with a subpoena for a Rule 2004 explanation and to produce certain documents as well for sanctions against them. These are key points of this filing. Bankruptcy filing, Latasha Kebe filed for Chapter 11. This is the timeline for bankruptcy on May 25th, 2023. Previous legal judgment. Cardi B has a judgment against Latasha Kebe and Kebe Studios LLC for over $3.9 million from a previous case which have not been paid. Non-compliance with a subpoena, Shekna Kebe, Latasha aka Tasha K husband, has been accused of failing to produce documents required by the subpoena, including using an undisclosed email address for business dealing related to an offshore trust. The creation of IBSM Technology LLC, Shekna Kebe established IBSM Technology LLC shortly after Latasha filed for bankruptcy, which was not disclosed, meaning she didn't tell during the examination, request for the court action. Cardi B requested the court to compel documents production from Shekna Kebe and IBSM Technology LLC and to impose sanction for non-compliance. The motion stresses the importance of the requested documents and uncovering the potential asset, concealment, and fraud. emphasizing the ongoing efforts by Latasha and Shakna Kibi to allegedly hinder the collection efforts of Amazar, Cardi B. I know that name. I'll just say Cardi. Judgment through a financial maneuvering and lack of transparency. I mean, lack of transparency. The document, non-compliance. Let's get this bankruptcy filing again. Latasha Kibi filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on May 25th, 2023. Previous legal judgment, you already know 3.9, non-compliant with the subpoena. Shakna Kibi, non-compliant. The creation of IBSM Technology LLC. They're funding all this fund and request for court action. The motion. Shakna is committing fraud. Fraud. And my source, deep in the feds, said this quote: they're both going to prison, at least 4 years each of each count of fraud. Ladies and gentlemen, do not follow this liar. If you're doing wine as a new tea, just do it to get ratings. Do not follow her, because she's a criminal on the loose. And she can do 55,000 sold out shows. You in debt. What does it profit you to do 50-seat sold out shows and you still owe with interest $3.9 million? And what does it profit you to do those 50-seat sold out sure venue shows if you have committed wire fraud, bankruptcy fraud, money laundering, and mail fraud? A criminal on the loose. My husband said, you read like Just Hilarious. Nate 702, my husband, said, you read like Just Hilarious. Well, thank you. Can I please get pregnant like Just Hilarious so I can get on food stamps and get a Breakfast Club deal? Say man or say ouch. Then my husband said, Nate 702 said, you flip-flop more than sandals at Old Navy. Well, can I get an ownership piece, husband, at Old Navy? Well, buy me some more flip-flop. Give me a 14 wide. Do that for me, husband. At least we got sense. Not committing wire fraud, bankruptcy fraud, money laundering, mail fraud. We ain't doing that. Only thing we are committing together is love, eating your delicious meals, and I'm submitting to your authority as you are my husband. And my husband got sense to know if I step out of order and get a cease and desist, and it's a warning to take it down, my husband got intelligence and skill. And he will just delete it and save our family from financial turmoil and from the feds. When me and my bae, Nate 702, when we were in the California king-size bed, and we were watching Set It Off, and, he's not into those. How do my husband said, he's not into those urban films. We were watching this particular scene while he was cooking in the kitchen. And one of the characters, I believe her name was Kimberly in the character. I didn't know her name, but she needed to get paid under the table. She was working in the cleaning service, and she said to her boss, "Can you pay me under the table?" And he said, "I what three things I don't play with: the I, the R, the S." He had that much sense. And Tasha and Mr. Kiwi Shakna, they mess and play with the I, the R, and the S, and the FBI. This woman is a criminal on the loose, and my tax dollars need to be put to work. She needs to be off the streets, because it is unfair that she can lie in bankruptcy court, and many other people have went to prison for less, and she have committed fraud on top of fraud. I urge the Attorney General of these United States to open up a criminal probe and start the case, because Beckley's Keckley's attorneys already did the legwork. Summons a grand jury and get this criminal off the street. We don't need no more Simon Combanias. We got 2 minutes of that. Shakna, Nigerian scammer, must be arrested and charged and off the streets. No, she's not going to jail. She's going to prison. She committed fraud. Me talking to Cardi B team, they have said, Cardi B have already admitted, you're going to jail. Laundering, fraud. She been said that last year, but she said it ignorantly. And black folks ain't gonna hear it until the white folks do a press conference. When they do this, good evening. I am I am federal prosecutor of the Florida 3rd District, and we are announcing charges for a person, Latasha Kibi and Shekna. You may know her as Tasha K. We have summons a grand jury, and she have officially been indicted on wire fraud, bankruptcy fraud, money laundering, and mail fraud. Then you will believe it, because the white folks will tell you to believe it. But this black man with the loose eye and the yellow teeth have already told you that she's a criminal on the loose. She's a liar and a deceiver. And she's not even good at being a scammer. She should have went back to a Nigerian scamming school. Lock her up. She couldn't even get a wine business off the ground and have the audacity to talk about Lovely Tea when that woman had a skincare line and a tea line. How dare you, Tasha K, talk about Lovely Tea when her support is quadruple? You wish you had half of her support. That woman got houses on top of houses. She ain't got no husband. Typical. When you're trying to be an alpha like Lovely T, ain't no husband. You got to know how to submit to authority. And she can't do that. She making too much money. Only thing she gonna submit to is the doctor when she got to go in there, and she ain't gonna submit to that because she's still gonna be going to Cardi B events with Armand Wiggins. He's sick. They put stuff down the throat. She ain't been together ever since. You can't be around sick folk. They ain't taking their antibiotics and they pills. They put stuff down the throat, kissing all up on you. Ever since she let Armand give her the kiss of sickness, she been in that hospital ever since. Say amen or say ouch. Ever since she went to that Beckley's Keckley's Cardi B party, putting that whipped cream and Armand putting that saliva, she been hooked up to oxygen tank since. Anytime you talk about Wiley, when you say that you made it on the mainstream, you are sick. I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to say what Diana Ross said to Brandy in that movie. She said, you don't know him. I know what I'm talking about. Ain't nowhere in the world you say you greater than Wiley. You made it in Wiley. And you utter something about Wiley when you say you made it. You sick in the head if you believe that you made it and you above Wiley and still talking about Wiley. Just because I'm direct don't make me the psycho. The psychos is the 50-year-old dry dust, no children, no husband, and a man that got to get antibiotics every single time he do a show, and only time he have a personality, he got to snort the powder in his nose. Say amen or say ouch. They are cowards. And none of them on the soul train making what the white man is making, the 21.78 million salary. Address that. You ain't making what this man is making. You ain't making what that man is making. You ain't making what the owner, the CEO is making. Say amen or say ouch. Stop talking about Wiley when you say Wiley is at the bottom. You ignorant, uneducated black. This man is smarter than all y'all because he got 21.78 million. Claudia, I thought you had some sense. You almost 60 still working like you in your 20s. You are not in authority and a position to say anything about me. Be dusty, you failed radio personality. You're not going to win against Wiley. You have failed in Dallas. Ain't nobody checking for you. They don't stop you for a picture. You ain't no Dee in the morning. You a Dee wannabe. Yeah, you a Dee all right. Dust on top of dust. Get in the dustbin, go in the trash can. We're not going to even talk about this guy. He don't know if he's coming or going. He don't know if he want to be Miss Cleo or a ruthless thug on the internet. He don't know if he want to be spiritual or a stripper. You are not in a moral position to talk about my eyes when your career is Christian cross and cross. You don't know who you are, young man. You're ignorant. You're uneducated. You are confused. You don't know what you want to do. What content? Do you want me to do spiritual? We just want you to be you. You are drunk. You snort things up your nose. You was with Island Boy, that homosexual, and you snorted that cocoa under your nose. Say amen. Or say ouch. You can discuss me on sold all you want. It's ending anyway. And this brother told somebody, our mutual friend, I didn't know that man made that. And told the guy, this ain't his boss. I told the mutual friend with all the makeup, tell him to Google Fox Corporation. You said in your acceptance speech, I want to be a part of the Fox family. He's the head of the Fox family, you uneducated queen. You signed a contract. Ain't making no more money, nowhere near his salary. How I know it? Because I got some sense. I got a piece of education. I'm not reading them Damotic cards. Them Damotic cards didn't make him successful. It's in his blood. It's in his DNA that got him RICH. He didn't need a card. He tell you that. You think his family had to read a tarot card to get power? They took it and built an empire on it. Say amen. Or say ouch. He didn't need to read a card. He was born into wealth. Stop watching Wiley. You don't intimidate me on that boring show. I ain't watching it. You're boring. You're a snooze fest. You're a has-been. You're nothing. You smell like nothing. You come out better, go out there with the homeless people. They more entertaining than you. You think because you got Claudia as backup, she's nothing. Her own man left her and embarrassed her on a national show. She got to use you to do her dirty work. You ain't strong enough. Intellectually, you ain't on my level. You queen. You don't even know how to clean your drawers right. Don't even know how to douche. You gonna try to say something towards Wiley? Shut up. Talk to your mama, because she ain't got no common sense. Body stun you. But I will come for you man to man and say you don't know what you want to do. Your platform had great momentum, and then you derailed it. I don't know. I want to go spirit. They ain't gonna listen to that spirituality. You ain't spiritual. You is a queen with veneers, and you like to take it up the backside, and you can't even do that right. Your boyfriend tired of you. Don't nobody want to see you talk about spirituality when you ain't spiritual. Unless you gonna say, I could teach you how to be confused, then we can talk about it. Your life ain't in order. You don't know if you coming or going. You the man that leaving out the apartment and still don't know, I can left my keys. I'm upstairs. I'm going here. I'm going to go to the office. Upstairs. Put microphones on my head. Put it in my ear. Put this. Turn this. Do it on television. Not on television. Spirituality. What you want to do? I want to delete it. I want to do story time. You don't know what the hell you want to do. How dare you try to give any type of advice to me? I'm not bowing down to that soul train that's getting derailed. Do you know what your boss think about you, Armand? Do you know what your boss think about you? Ow, you say you an HBCU professor. Well, let me tell you what they think about you. Y'all ain't number a bunch of DEI picks. You're doing the biddy for them. And you know what they get done for them when you being a sharecropper? They're going to take that crop and end you. Ask Claudia. She's been a sharecropper for the last 5 decades. At least Lisa Ray and the rest of them getting deals. She's in hopes of getting a 6-figure deal, and that was a lie. This man make $21.78 million a year. Stock options. Do you have any Fox stock? No. You barely got on clean socks on your feet. And Claudia, if she did have it, she gonna gamble it away. If she did have her 10 acres and a mule, it's gonna be at the casino. She gonna lose it on blackjack 21 and poker. According to her man KJ the realtor, she's a gambler. Loser. Pawn shop queen. Say man. Or say ouch. You pawning your dress. You pawning your bras just to have a habit. How dare you say something to us, Wiley? You like to gamble. You lost 2 of your houses. You on your 3rd. Hit me up when you paid off some property and been there for 10 years. You ain't got enough to build up the equity. You lose that Foxhole check, you will have to file for bankruptcy. And maybe you will lie like Tasha K. and have secret feet toe jam trust. Wire fraud, bankruptcy fraud, money laundering, mail fraud. When you do wrong, it's going to catch up to you especially this type of wrong. They gonna take this case. They took Bishop Lamar Whitehead for falsifying bank statements to get a property, and he only had $30 in his Wells Fargo account. They gonna get Tasha. They got Bishop with them teeth and that smooth chocolate skin and that good old deep New York voice, that Brooklyn voice. They're gonna get you. You're gonna understand the power that Cardi have and the people that's working on her behalf. Let's see if Nikki gonna save you. She's too busy taking her husband on the SO list on a plane to Germany so he can SO the innocent people in overseas. Say amen or say ouch. Now, I'm done with that. We can open up the phone lines, 972-674-9462. Now is the time for you to call in and give your thoughts. Again, we want to thank everybody. We'll be in Vegas with Couture Bay and myself this weekend at the Palace Station. Make sure y'all come on through April 26th or the 28th. And I want to see you and your you. Bring your bonnets, okay? You can wear your bonnets. Don't make me no different. As long as it ain't musty and smelling like mothballs, I would love to see you in Vegas, okay? All right. I would love to see y'all in Vegas, all right? Again, that is April 26th to the 28th. We're more than welcome to see you there. Okay. And we want to thank you all so very much. And we'll be back with another video if we don't get any phone calls, because again, I didn't want to make this to be a long-winded video because again, we have said what we said. We have did what we did. We're going to post all the court documents over there for members only. So the court for the executive producers, so they could see it for themselves. I will post and tell you, I will email it. I will post it on the community wall over there for our members. For those that need to see it for your own reading, for your own pleasure, you can, I will send information over there and I'll email it to you, but you must be executive producer, and to be executive producer, do what Tasha Nicole said. You could join right now at members only, and you could join right now. And you could join. It's only $4.99, $4.99, $5. You could definitely do that. Also, for those that say, how can I contribute for your Vegas trip because I can't go? You can always PayPal us. You could Cash App us at $ Marquise Wiley 28, or you could Zelle at wileyshow@gmail.com. And the reason why I'm hard on Tasha is not that I'm hating. Who want to hate on a wire fraud criminal? Who want to hate on Nigerian scammer? Not me. This is no hate. This is education. This is enlightenment. This is empowerment. Empowerment to tell you what not to do. What not to do. Do not lie in bankruptcy court and say you didn't have no money when you know you got thousands, in some cases argue hundreds of thousands of dollars that she's funding and secret trusts and secret LLCs. You can't not do that. Why do you think they're going after Donald Trump? Because he said he had multiple square footage and lying on applications. Do you hear me? All right. So we're gonna be back. We're gonna be talking about give me a second. We're gonna be talking about Jay-Z. All right. I can't wait to talk about Jay-Z. All right, and I'm gonna put that in there. And then we're gonna try to take a break on Thursday because we do have to get ready. Okay, y'all ready? Okay. Hey, you live on the air. Hello? Oh, hold on. Okay, hello. You live on the air. Can you hear me?
Model from we over here in Jackson Park in Chicago.
Okay, go ahead.
But let me tell you something. Armand Wiggins, he done fell off so bad, don't make no sense. He was doing that on his own show. And Al just looked so drunk on there. Ooh, he looked so drunk.
Yikes.
And Claudia, all them filters. Oh my God, girl, stop with the filters. And Armand need to put a hat on because that forehead is going back like Lake Michigan, baby. That hairline, baby. But you keep on doing your thing. You are so funny. You You funny. You're so funny, Wiley. You need to do comedy because I know it's way better than Tasha. And that picture you got up there, Tasha, she looked like a demon, baby. She looks
I
like
mean,
a whole demon.
because I want to get on that point because what Armand and also Tasha, it's like both of them were doing great and they just lost it.
Yeah.
Like in Armand's situation, I don't know what happened. I do the demonic cards, self-doubt, trying to be in the industry. He don't know Hollywood is running to YouTube because YouTube
Everybody in Hollywood is on YouTube.
they make
Exactly.
they make
Nobody ain't going to see no movies.
right.
Zendaya. Nobody ain't gonna even go see that movie Friday. And I love Zendaya. But ain't nobody going to see that. Ain't nobody checking for those people no more. That time is over. YouTube is where it's at. You said it 4 years ago, Wiley.
Yeah, YouTube is the future. YouTube is the television. So
It is now. It ain't no future. It's now.
it's now right here, right? We're living in it now. Thank you. You have TikTok. You have so many entities that are now and celebrities are running here because in Hollywood they're not paying. Look at Taraji. Look how she cried. Look how long she been in the industry, and she said she haven't seen a raise since that movie that she played years ago. That means she haven't seen a raise that she's getting. She haven't seen a raise a movie that she did maybe 6 years, almost 4 or 5 years ago. That's sad. And that's the industry that Armand is running to. And you see fucking Anita left because he said, quote, Fox is not paying me fairly. They want me to do more work, no extra pay.
But he should have kept that job, but he ain't doing nothing else.
Well, that's true.
And he ugly anyway.
Well, that's true. And that's true. And also he does the powder up his nose. But
Yeah,
I understand what he was saying, powder or not. Maybe he could have bought more powder. But if you see your boss on the street, okay, well, you see your boss, this particular brother here, that's making $21.78 million a year. A year. This is a year, right? He has so many stock options. Mm-hmm. It's like every host on there should have stocks. They should give them stocks, like 50 shares or 3,000 shares of Fox Corporation. He have stocks, options, etc. And so my problem is that I agree with fucking on there. Do I agree with him snorting it on camera? No, I don't agree. But I do agree with him saying, okay, y'all not paying me fairly, so I will leave. And so Fox, as anyway, they know they could always get a Negro to work on the low. So they got Armand, the wrinkled forehead. They got him up on the show.
He looks horrible. He looks so uncomfortable up there.
And he's out of place because you're trying to adapt to whiteness. And you and then you go and act ignorant on X, and then you get a letter saying you can't say that. And then you stop saying that because they don't want to lose their advertisers that they have on Fox. So then you go on YouTube, you can't be as ignorant because they say you can't do that either because of the brands, because you represent the Fox brand. See, he didn't know that. Anybody with common sense, if you work with a big brand with Coca-Cola ads, etc., you can't be as ignorant. You got to be careful because you will have somebody going and apply pressure to the advertisers. And if they say they're going to pull out because of your colorist, sexist, mental illness phobia, you're gonna lose the job. People have lost their jobs off of allegations, not off of the truth, just allegations. They lost gigs because they got the morality lost in those contracts. So he say little windows, but he have said a lot of hatred things that I still have the evidence in the tapes that we can send to Fox. I would definitely send it.
I don't think Claudia even liked him. I saw it today.
Of course she don't.
I saw it today. And he kept on trying to talk about Nicki Minaj. And let me tell you what Claudia said. This was today. Claudia said, y'all going to stop stopping me from talking. And when he was talking about the Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, he said, and she was like, no, now you don't like Cardi and Megan, and you talking about Nicki. He was saying something about Nicki, but you can tell when somebody for real. You can tell when somebody was for real. And he just started laughing in that forehead. He need to put on a hat. He looks terrible up there. He looks terrible. First of all, that show is burnt up. They should have kept the Queen's Court. The Queens with Lisa Ray in there. Yeah, it was better. It was way better
because they all
Claudia,
had
get off.
They all had talent, but go ahead.
Yeah, and but that time of those people who was popular like 3 years ago on YouTube, the time has passed. The only person survived was you.
Yeah, because
look at T.S. Madison. Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You and Jackson. Go ahead.
She get no views. First of all, she's so arrogant. Oh, she's the only person who was on the red carpet, had that little Mexican boy, white boy, whatever, doing her hair. Real people don't do that when you getting filmed. Girl, you don't know class. That's not being grand. That's being braggadocious. You're trash. She's trash. Amon is trash. Tasha K is trash. I said this shit 3 years ago. They was trash, and their time has came and gone. And that's why it's with the real Hollywood. Nobody ain't checking for those people no more because the movie's not worth no fucking $15. It's just what it is. Ain't nobody sitting there for 2 hours to waste their life on a bootleg ass movie. That don't even make sense. Look what Club Shay Shay did. 62 million. 62 million views at right now. Because Cat Williams was talking the real. People want to hear the real. People don't got time for these people. You know? But anyway, you keep on doing your thing. We over in the park, in Jackson Park. There's about 40 of us. We out here smoking, drinking, doing our thing. And nobody out here likes Amon. Nobody out here likes Tasha K. And nobody don't watch Fox Soul. It ain't nobody checking for that. That's YouTube. They're trash. And their time is up. They was before COVID. They was pre-COVID when they was popping. And then that show Tasha K got, the T is the new whatever, that girl who be in the middle, she's the bitter, jealous lady. I don't rock with Claudia Jordan, but I don't have nothing against Claudia Jordan. But that girl is jealous of Claudia Jordan. That girl about 28 years old, but Claudia is 50 and look way better than her on her best day, with filters and all. That dark-skinned girl with that bad weave who's on Tasha K panel in the middle. She's jealous of fucking women, and she really jealous of Claudia Jordan. And I ain't helping no Claudia Jordan because I think she need to go back with the girls because that gay stuff, throw that stuff in the garbage can. Throw it in the garbage can.
I don't agree with people. Nobody's could be jealous of Claudia because Claudia is a 50-year-old woman that she got a man that fell out of attraction, embarrassed her on a show, and then also too, Claudia is using gay man as a way to drag someone because she couldn't dominate with the Queens of Cocktails. Like when Claudia was on that show, she couldn't do it. You could tell within her peers, she wasn't the leader. She was weak. She was washed up. Her stories didn't matter because those actors actually worked in Hollywood and was in more successful films as her. She only had in a mainstream movie that she was an extra, and Stella got her groove back. So, and she bragged about that. She wasn't in the Players Club. She wasn't in that. And I want to tell y'all this because people say I hate Claudia, but anytime you talk about somebody's eye, and you're saying it on a big
thing. She said something about your eye.
She did. And around. But let me say this, though. Let me say this. Why would you say this on the mainstream stage when you say you're better than Wiley? You don't know who Wiley is. You're a liar. Like it's some women in this chat taking care of men. And these men, that's why they can't donate to the Wiley Show. Hello. Say it, man, ouch. It's some women in this chat taking care of men. They can't take care of the wife. They men took over with no check. At least I'm coming in with a 1099 and an LLC. These men coming in with dirty draws,
they had to go buy his cigarettes,
and they jacket up the bills, including the bills. They take it over. And let me tell you how a man can take over. When you say this with a man, and the brother's going to agree. When you say, I got me a house, I got me an apartment, I stay by myself, I got my car, you're going to attract a man that's going to take all that. A man is trained.
True,
he going to be right over there with his garbage bags and all your bills. You ain't going to be able to go on no trips. You ain't going to be able to go nowhere because you're taking care of a man.
They gonna buy. He gonna buy the new square.
Sister.
The Casamigos and give her STD.
You are a powerful man, a powerful woman, and then you're gonna let it happen. You're letting it happen. I can tell when some of you women got no good man sucking your resources. I can hear him breathing. You was doing better single with your babies. Now you going down because you're taking care of a grown man. Talk back to me in the chat.
True,
better get the man with a black eye that is by with a check than to take care of so-called straight man with Timberland boots and sucking up your resources. Look in the mirror. Say amen or say ouch.
What happened to that queen? What happened to that queen who T.S. Madison was taking care of about 3 years ago?
You talking about David.
The dark-skinned queen with the body.
You talking about David. He got married to a new one with money. And this one ain't got on no wig. You see? There's a scandal going on in Houston right now.
What's the scandal?
This is a scandal. And I want to break this down because some of you women going through it
What's
too.
the tea?
Give me a second. I'm going to tell you the tea. And this brother posted this live on Facebook. Give me a second. This ain't something to gossip about.
Put the picture
Brother
up.
name is McKinney, right? He reposted a story and I shared it on my Facebook page. Give me a second. And it's a brother named John S.H. Page Jr. He brought a man with no check, no income. He was screwing each other. And you know what that man did? He got his address changed, got mail. He got residency. And now John S.H. Page Jr. recorded a video and wanted the man to leave his home. And the man said, no, I am a resident and I have squatter rights. John S.H. Page Jr. said this. He said this publicly 4 days on his Facebook. Documentation for safety squatter in my house refusing to leave and intentionally abusing my resources to run up my bills, water, gas, electricity, etc., to cause financial burden. Then when you go to John's Facebook page, in his job description, he said he was an administrative director of veteran services at the NYC Department of Homeless Services. At least you should have brought in a homeless veteran because most of them coming in with an SSDI check. They're coming in with a government check. You were so desperate with that wrap around your head and all that makeup that your horniness got you in a mess. Now you got to go to the courts. 1 second, you got to go to the courts and evict him. And it may take you 6 months to 9 months to get him out because he's going to show the courts that I have mailed, I don't have a place, and they're going to give him some leniency. They're going to say, okay, how many more months you need? Squatters have rights. Hobosexuals is a man, they sole purpose, whether you straight or gay, they come in your house, get mail, set up, stop paying, and you can't kick them out. You can't lock the doors. You can get arrested. And if you do too much embarrassing, they can file a restraining order and get you put out of your own house that you pay rent in. Say amen or say ouch.
Amen, amen. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
So women go through, some of women going through that, and also gay men. I've seen them personally in this.
But I know a man who done that. I know an old crackhead done that to an old teacher in Chicago.
So it's in Texas. So even in Texas, you still got to go through the process. It's not in 2 days you're going to get them out. That means, don't you, when you have to evict somebody, don't you got to pay the court filing to file the case?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yeah. It's like $600.
You got to be able to come up with the money. But then you embarrassed because you recorded it and the man was snatching the cameras down. He can snatch it down. He lived there. According to the law, he is a resident. And the police going to tell you to go to civil court. It's out of our hands. This is a civil court matter.
Well, Wiley, you did not say that there's some people in the chat right now can't send you no money because they sending all the money.
Because they giving it to a man. And they take it and they miserable. I can tell in your voice. I talk to my people on the phone. I can tell within less than a second. It's a man there sucking up your resources. You're going to be sick because you took on a leecher. See, a leecher, bye. They're going to come and suck you dry. They're going to suck you dry. You're going to be sick because you're going to get tired of it. Ain't nothing you're going to be able to do. You can't call Wiley. I ain't going to be able to do that. No, baby, you need to suffer. You need to hit rock bottom because you should have kept your legs closed. At least you're going to open it up to a mayor. Open it up to a governor. doing Monica Lewinsky. At least she got a book and she's traveling around the world.
Still talking about it.
They still talking about it, and she's still eating off of it. Amen.
Yep.
And Hillary was smart. She wasn't like Shaquita and Pookie and Ray Ray. She stayed with the power. Say amen or say ouch.
Mm-hmm.
She more wealthy and rich and powerful than she was in the 90s.
Don't Amon Wiggins live in a homeless building?
Of course he does. Skid Row. Their amenities is you will have homeless people on the street that will snatch your Uber Eats. Baby, they stole his car. And the third day he was in that building, they stole the car and took the car to the car wash. Took that red Mercedes-Benz, stole it, and cleaned it up. You bragging because you got all them amenities. Baby, I'd rather deal with a popcorn ceiling where I ain't got to walk over homeless people to get to my expensive apartment. Because you're too busy talking about Wiley eyes. You need to be criticizing the incompetence of your governor of California. You too busy worrying about Brother Wiley and y'all talking about Trump. But last time I checked, California is doing way off worse than the state of Texas. Many Californians are leaving the state and they're coming to Texas. Many top Fortune 500 companies are abandoning California and bringing their headquarters to Texas. They already brought many of them. Why? Because it's too much taxation and labor cost is through the roof. The governor with that slick head of his, and he can talk real good. Talk is talk, but his policy is bad. He's one of the worst governors in the union. He's just as bad as Mississippi. Why would you pass a law to make the minimum wage at fast food restaurants over $20-some an hour? Do you know they're going to shut the things down? They ain't going to be able to afford to sell you a Happy Meal. That's incompetence because you trying to pay all these union costs. All you want the migrants to get free health care. Who going to pay for it? You going to do it to the businesses? Guess what? They're going to shut it down. They're going to come to Texas. That's why when the food critic went there, he had to leave California. That part of California, he said the crime was so high. It was unorganized, and he left. And them black politicians tried to cover it up. Y'all are incompetent. Them Democrats have took California to a financial hell. They were doing better under Republican Governor Ronald Reagan.
Wiley, whatever happened to T.S. Madison suing you?
T.S. Madison need to sue her mama for eating all that pork and the outright eating up her teeth.
Oh, she's supposed to have been suing you 6 months ago for that story.
She need to sue the man that accused her. He just got out of the psych ward. He said it. She was talking about suing, and she brought out a whole witch talking about witchcraft. How you a lawyer, and then you start spinning your head in a circle?
Wiley, you said you seen Blaine Monroe 20 years ago. Oh, in Inglewood off Ashland Train.
Yeah, I saw her right there to there. Look at a mess.
Was she prostituting?
You already know ain't nothing else she could do. She couldn't work at McDonald's.
She looked awful.
Of course she do. She lived a hard life of struggle.
She was a GD on the west side.
She was the LGLY on the west side.
What's that?
You spell it. I know we went to Chicago public school system, so it take us a while to know what that means.
Oh shit! But yeah, Amon Wiggins, he looked awful. He look awful, and that show is off. That show is gone down the tube. He should have kept his own show
I think
going.
what Armand is, he keeps saying he's so secure, but he's not. He moves like a broken, insecure, broken lamp. He moves like a broken coffee table that's missing a leg. That's how he moves. And he should thank Brother Wiley, because we said it on WileyTheTroll.com that he's going to be on Fox Soul. It wasn't them cards. It was Brother Wiley.
You did say that. You did say that.
So I'm not jealous of him. Why would I be jealous of somebody that I say you gonna get the position? That don't make sense.
No, you're speaking the truth.
Just like I told.
The only thing you begin is another check.
That's like I told some of these women in the chat. Until you let Pookie and Ray Ray go, you're gonna continue to be in a financial strain. You got to let him go.
Fox Soul is YouTube.
Yes. If he can't bring no
Fox
check
Soul is
in your
box,
you are incompetent as a woman. Don't try to criticize Brother Wiley if you got a man that's pumping you up with babies, ain't paying the bills, you paying it all. You can't say nothing to Brother Wiley. At least I got sense not to go hump a woman and don't take care of the babies. I didn't make that mistake. Some of you women can't say that. You can't come to Vegas because you ain't got no babysitter. So you're not in more position to criticize. Some of y'all regret that 2 minutes of pleasure. Because you can't do nothing without getting clearance for a babysitter. You just can't up and travel. You got to take them kids. And you just can't take them out of school and just leave them in it. You're going to lose them children. You do that.
But no, I think your women audience, like, they probably taking care of their grandkids.
That
these
too.
Like people in their 60s.
Some of these women criticize LGBT folks. But you got
to criticize their sons and their daughters who go to jail and never been married.
Right. You got
let them criticize their sons who go in and out of jail, and their daughters who never been married. And what women wear weave for the rest of her life? That is the sickest stuff in the world. I look at all these black women with weave on every day. So I told this one girl, so y'all just gonna wear weave y'all whole life? That's sick. It's self-hatred and it stink.
You got these STPUD. Why do you spell it STUPID folks that are allowing these men to drag them down a financial turmoil? And they come in the chat saying they are a powerful black woman. No, you ain't. You ain't no smart woman when you still take care of your grown man that's older than Wiley. Hello. They never had a job. They always had you to feed them and clothe them. They still running the streets. They still robbing. They still going in and out of jail. You cannot criticize Brother Wiley until you get your man to stop committing crime in the neighborhood.
And their kids.
And you got kids out there being Kia boys.
Man, all these kids, these violent video games.
Anytime a crime happens on the block, they get warrants to come to your house because all the stolen flat screens, all them, what do they call it in the cars that they take under the car that the thieves be taking? They take it from under the cars. They come to your house.
I know what you're talking about. Not the solenoid, but them
little things under there.
I know.
Under the car. They just right in your room because you ain't got no garage. You in a Section A apartments in one of them affordable houses room. That's why some of y'all like them converters.
Yeah, the Cadillac converters.
Them Cadillac converters. They coming in there and break down the door. That's why some of y'all you lost your vouchers because they said that criminal can't live there. You need to lose.
They losing their Section A? They losing their Section A?
Yeah, some of these people lose their Section A because they got the people that's committing breaking them feds, crimes.
All this homelessness going on in America and they losing their Section A?
Of course.
They better stop that.
If you thinking between your legs for 2 minutes of pleasure, you will lose it. Somebody said, I'm in love. No, you in lust. That's not love when the man can't come home and work 40 hours and you doing more work financially and the man just pump you up with babies and cheating on you left and right. And only people that...
The only thing these men is doing is giving them STDs and yeast infections.
And only the people that is offended that is going through that. The people that ain't offended, that ain't their life. But some women give me the most hell But they don't do that at home. That man's still running them, hitting them across the washer and the dryer, and they got to pay the bills.
Let's not forget these men giving them STDs and yeast infections.
Oh, you already know that's going on. That's why they at the clinic right now getting the
yeast infections.
Look what happened with Larry Reed and that man. His lover said, quote, he gave me HPV and I gave it to my girlfriend. And she had an outbreak. His fiance. Because Larry
I just found out a girl that I know got an HPV.
Larry put that, according to that Trinidadian lover, put that bumpy stick inside that Trinidadian jello rice badissi inside of that mangina. And that brother said, quote, he gave me the HPV and I gave it to my fiance. Did he say that on TashaKLive.com? Say man,
yep.
Or say ouch. He said he
what person in the right mind?
Innocent. Gave it to an innocent woman. She wasn't in there humping Larry Reed and the Trinity. No. And then the man said, I only became the bottom so I can get some money. And I had to drink. Then he said, why is Larry Reed don't want to get on prep? He making excuses. Then the brother said from Trinidad, let's go take a test together. See? And then Larry Reed brought William McCray, but he was dragging with him. But I need you, William McCray, because you're the only one in the church market that got a lot of the saints that can turn against me. So let me give you a piece of bread. And what did he do with the witch? He dumped that witch and brought in William McCray with them nails. How does it feel, witch, that you lost again? You need to retire.
Where the other demon at? Where that other demon at? Conscious TV, the demon. Another demon.
The person that he worshiped brought William McCray on in the basement, and William McCray said he had the HIV. The brother said it. He said CNC got it. He got the. He said it. You see how people you can make a fool out of. You see that? CTV. Somebody call the psychiatrist.
He's a demon. He got a nasty demonic.
You don't come out better just being an angel, being a light, because being a demon got you just losing. You got exposed about your blood by William McCray. Larry brought that man in the basement. He ain't bring that C, the T, or the V in the basement. You see?
That's the
most embarrassing move ever. You can't say nothing about Wiley mental health when you got used by a pedo that infected Levante with that evil and took that man innocence, and then you did all of Larry Reed dirty work by going after William McCray, and Larry Reed did a bait and switch and brought William McCray back into the fold. Before he did that, William McCray exposed CTV for having the H. You know the rest.
What?
And he ain't been the same since. And he can't talk against Larry Reed because Larry Reed got the car under the ministry. That car he gave CTV is under the Larry Reed Ministries, under the church. You say you're snatching the T.
How you know all this T? Why?
How do I know all the T? Because they share it all. Church folks talk a lot.
Why do Storm Monroe look so horrible? He always been an unattractive person, but he looked very, very horrible, like a fat turd.
When you live on a DL and say you like fish, when you know you like beef with hair, pubic hair on it, you're going to look terrible.
And look, his show was doing so bad, he had to bring Jaguar Wright line ass back.
Exactly. Because these people say, I'm so gifted. No, Jaguar Wright is gifted. But anybody can use her. She's schizophrenic.
How much does she get paid for being on that show?
$0.00. She should be living in a house paid off like Claudia. Oh, Claudia's house ain't paid off. She should be in a house paid off. She making these people rich.
She getting at least $500 to $1,000.
Yeah, but how much they making? 60, 70 grand a month. And she's the talent. It's her stories. Whether it's a lie or the truth, she's saying it. But she ain't got the sense. I don't blame her. She said, I don't want the money. I want to bring
Why
down
she want the money? Ain't she
told
homeless?
me on the phone yesterday, I want to bring down Clyde Davis. I said, you ain't going to bring him down. Hospice going to take him out. Baby, he made his money. And he going to leave
Clyde Davis like 90 years old.
Yes. He going to leave it to his kids. He ain't studying.
And grandkids.
That man is on hospice, eating his pleasure food, listen to Frank Sinatra.
He don't go with Puffy no more?
No, that's over with. Ain't he Puffy? You mean puffing on an asthma machine and oxygen? He's done Puffy. He can't even remember Puffy. Now, who was a Puffy? That man is all in his 90s. You don't see him out walking.
Oh. Oh my God.
So I'm just saying. I just want people to understand, and I'm not going to use like Jag and all of that because, again, I want to be known. This is me, my commentary, my voice of what I said. But it's difficult to say this is your show and Jag took over. And then when Jag left, he struggled in the viewership. Would that be accurate?
Him and T.S. Madison don't get views no more.
They struggled. He had to bring her back. That's the only reason why he was able to surpass Armand Wiggins is because of Jaguar Wright. And Armand Wiggins was throwing out saying that people copying me. I don't need psychos to give me views. He was throwing out a storm. But to Armand, it's nowhere in the world that a Storm, a download cheeseburger eating man, is surpassing you and you on the Fox Corporation machine. They don't get.
Do his show even come on now?
Storm on Road Radio.
Do Armand still got his real show again?
He got some over there, car, whatever. I ain't watching it. Put me to sleep.
Wiley, you more popular than all of them put together, to be honest with you.
Because I
when
am.
on my TV, I always see you.
Thank you. It's because I'm staying.
And you're more funnier.
You're
more funnier than all of them.
Thank you.
You're not arrogant. You're not conceited. And you're telling the fucking truth. Sometimes you be off the chain and you make me
I tell storylines as a form of entertainment. No different than Denzel pretending
and it'd be funny like right to now. Like you funny.
Yeah.
Like when you don't be funny, but you try to be too serious.
Yeah. But you
don't be funny.
But no, I feel for me, I'm not trying to. What makes me different than them? They're trying to sit in a room that Taraj is leaving out crying, and they trying to rush in that room. Taraji crying. Monique is with her daddy saying don't go. She's crying. Whoopi Goldberg is crying, ain't being paid fairly. She lost her eyebrows. But Armand is rushing in that room. It's almost like a burning building. Everybody running out. And he running in. And people telling him like me, I'm the fireman. Don't go in there. Stay out. Copy. I want to be famous. I've got part of the union. Sir, you lose it. Leave. Copy. I just got veneers. I want to be with Cardi. Over and out. Let him burn up. I'm with Claudia and those feet. Copy. She's running and she just losing. She's running in a revolving door. She went to California and failed financially. Now she in Texas getting in financial debt, bragging. I don't have a BMW. I have a Bentley. Baby, you in debt. D-E-B-T, debt.
Why she don't got no kids?
You know why she ain't got no kids? Because she D-R-Y, dry. And she too busy being around G-A-Y, the M-E-S-S-Y-G-A-Y.
It's one thing for a man not to have a kid, but a woman,
because she too
that's
busy
horrible.
over there with people that's taking up the backside, that's taking her man. Hello, say man, or say
Ooh.
ouch. You too busy over there. If you want an alpha male that is straight, you must leave the gay club and go where they at.
She be going to the gay club?
Of course, every time she open up Fox Soul to sit on now, there's a gay club and Download Club. Talk back to me in the chat. Every time she open up, that's a ballroom scene.
Oh my God.
She's rocking Download, the fake HBC professor. That's a chop. Armand Wiggins trying to be the new upgrade version of Funky Dot Diva and the new version of Jason Lee. Another chop. Claudia, she trying to be Oprah Winfrey, Tasha K, Just Hilarious, flop, and another flop.
Oh, Just Hilarious took over the Breakfast Club.
Of course she did. Claudia went over there. She applied for it first. Had Flame to co-sign. I think Claudia should get. Baby, they don't want a lady that failed in the Dallas market. At least Kendra G left WGCI for something better. Claudia, she lost her radio show in the morning. Do you know how bad you have to be to lose a radio show when everybody got radios at that time listening? You lose that.
On their way to work.
People that was the resident, they said they were falling asleep listening to her. And Dee in the morning, she's still on the air because she real. Claudia, she too busy chasing Al. He don't want you. He didn't even want Star Jones, and she had more money than Claudia.
You really think Claudia wanted Al? I don't believe that.
Well, she wanted to give it to Al. Al refused it because he too busy was riding Diddy face. Say amen or say ouch. He too busy on cruises with L.A. Reid. He took off with him. They ain't doing that. I go on cruises with him. Yes, they doing that, and you doing it with him.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Did Jason Lee win?
Yeah, he's gonna face the vice mayor in November. He was number one. If he would have got more, he's going in November. It's gonna be Kimberly Wormsley versus Jason Lee. That is sad because Kimberly Wormsley underestimated Jason Lee. She didn't take it serious.
She a white lady or black lady?
She black, a social worker. Jason Lee took it serious like he was running for president of the United States.
I don't like him neither.
I love him, and let me tell you why. Because
I don't like him.
That man, you may not don't like him, but I love his businesses. He knew how to finesse Floyd Mayweather. How was he able to get Floyd to do that? Because he used them lips and he used them cheeks. It's not what you know. It's not how. It's not. You got to use what you got to get what you want. And what was some of Jason Lee's prized possession? Them cheeks and that throat.
No, you think he does something with Floyd Mayweather now? Why? Come on now, we're getting outrageous now.
Floyd Mayweather will give you free money without getting some off the table. And if you believe that, I got a bridge in Baltimore to sell to you, and it's strong.
What?
You can run a marathon on there. It's for sale right now. The foundation is strong. God. If you believe Floyd Mayweather is giving away money to have fun, Hollywood a lot, and Jason didn't have to do nothing for it.
And he talked
about his relationship with Floyd, but he never said what he had to do to get that money. That was out of the manuscript. It was left out of the manuscript.
Oh, Wiley, you a riot.
It was. He didn't put it in there what he had to do. That he did say how he had to lie to get Queen Latifah on the phone because he said the cousin died. She thought her close family member died just to get him on the phone. He even lied to get Michael Jackson on the phone. And he heard that real that real hood voice of Michael Jackson. He wrote it in his book. This ain't no slander. The reason why you don't know that because you didn't read his book. He went over there
No.
with Sherelle's World. She didn't even know nothing about that book. Went over there with Sleepy House of Aaron. Didn't even read his book.
Oh,
His
she
his
said she don't like
book.
you.
Of
Sherelle World says she don't like you.
course she don't like me. I'm a man that think things work and her husband think things don't work. Y'all wouldn't like me either.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I wouldn't like Molly either. He's strong, getting it in. The husband thing don't get up, no matter how she blow it, no matter how many Viagra's he take. It ain't even the one that Ric Flair selling. It ain't helping.
Ain't she like 65 years old too?
She's in her 60s. So that lady
Yeah,
lived
she look
over
like she about
6 decades.
65.
Yeah, she's in her 60s. Still trying to make it as a YouTuber with that 1992 set.
Oh God. Oh, I got to go. While you keep on doing you, I love you. We out here supporting you in Jackson Park, in Chicago. We out here 50 strong, and 95% of us know that Armand ain't nothing. T.S. Madison ain't nothing. Tasha K, that's trash. Whoever even watch her show is a negative, miserable person because you already been proven to be a liar.
Thank you
And
so
so,
much.
trash.
Love you.
You take care of yourself, Wiley.
I
We love you from
love you.
Chicago.
All right. Love Jackson Park. I did some things back in my day. Talk about that later. All right. Anybody else want to call in? Anybody else want to call in? I love you. I'm going to be back. We're going to come back at 10 o'clock. That's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. We're going to close right now. Again, we're going to make a quick little announcement here. We will be in Las Vegas. Again, if you all do not know, I'll be in Las Vegas this weekend. And I do want to thank those that have donated to us to make it happen. Okay, gave us extra. And some of y'all doing it again. Somebody said, I got some more for you. And I thank you. And for those that don't got it, keep it to yourself. You will be blocked and removed. I will never have a person that's talking against my operation, because you cannot go to your local church and telling the pastor to stop asking for an offering. You will be removed and forgotten about and replaced in the same minute. Cash App $ Marquise Wiley 28, Zelle Wiley Show at gmail.com. PayPal, we also got PayPal. All right. We show love over here. We don't play over here. This is a platform. It will be order. If you're out of order, leave. And don't come back. I promise you, you won't be missed. Thank you. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Now I'm gonna drop the Jay-Z one we're gonna come back in about 20 minutes. Okay, we're gonna give y'all time to freshen up and check on your man, to check his location to see where he at. He cheating on you. I already told you location, but you ain't gonna believe it. So before you drive to the Popeyes parking lot to go catch your man, make sure you be back liking and sharing this video. So we're gonna be talking about Jay-Z paid off his son, Taylor Swift, also Beyonce, Nicki Minaj. Keep your comment to yourself, save your energy, because we will see y'all over there. Again, moderators, I need y'all in the building. At least one of you, if you sleepy and tired and you gotta go to work, I don't need to see that announcement. Just go to work, go to sleep. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Now make sure y'all like the video. We need some more likes. Let's get 5 more likes. Like the video, baby. We put on the show. Did y'all enjoy the show? Did y'all enjoy the show? I know I enjoyed it. I made my own self laugh. We brought Chicago from that way. Brought Chicago. We brought Chicago. Okay. And when I tell you Chicago came through from Jackson Park, we do want to thank her for bringing her Chicago Ways, Harold's Chicken Ways, okay, entire Fiesta Ways for coming on that way. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. She's performing in Chicago. Some of the barbs are looking um, for me. Okay. So there's some of the barbs is reaching out to me. I believe she's in Chicago. Some barbs is hitting me up. I'm in Gag City Communication. I'm in the back channel of Gag City. They hitting me up. They wanted me out in Chicago. They was looking for me. But due to the fact I was booked and busy with Lil Kim, I didn't have time to go to Gag City. Okay, I was with the Queen Bee. Okay, it is not sold out. This person said it is empty seats there. He says a couple of empty seats. If it's one empty seat, that means it is not sold out. Amen. So according to my sources that in the building, there is not sold out. Empty seats. Empty seats. So that means if there's plenty empty seats, it's not sold out. Again, let me close out. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. We'll be back at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. Central. For those that's on the West Coast, that'll be 8 p.m. Thank you all so very much. You can get your merchandise. Get your merchandise. Thank you, sus. Don't forget, members only. We will be streaming on Zoom. We'll be streaming on Zoom for our members only, and that will be just for members. Okay, get you, and members be there. And for those that want to see the Vegas, you can pay $5, the same price. You can pay it so you can get the information. All right, just send me the number in the memo. You send a Zelle. Make sure you send me a number. So we can definitely do that. Okay. And Tasha got that as well. They said the IRS. They said the IRS and FBI got it. The forensic accounts. All right, y'all. Let's go. I gotta refresh it up and get ready for our second show. All right, y'all. Be blessed.